and welcome again to another in-depth video on Might and Fealty. I talked about maps the last time, and around the world maps have always been influential and important to cultures. Map maker was a profession once, and map making is still a science and an art today. One other aspect of culture that we often forget about is language. And on the internet we can meet more people speaking different languages than we can in real life. For a game, that usually means one of two things: picking one language and everyone needs to speak that, or translation into multiple languages for different countries. Might and Fealty, however, goes a third way. First of all, the game will be available in as many languages as I can make. I personally can make English and German versions. Other languages can easily be added as the game is built with translatability in mind from the ground up. This includes not only the main screens, but all game-generated messages as well. So the event log, for example, will be displayed in whatever language you selected. All that is pretty standard for internet sites. However, that is also where Might and Fealty game design deviates from the usual. Most games that are offered in multiple languages will run per country servers. You probably know this from your favorite MMORPG. When you sign up, you pick a server to play on, and some servers are dedicated to a particular language. Like you have a few international servers and then a German one and a French one and a Spanish one. Might and Fealty, however, only has one game world, and everyone plays in the same world. That means language barriers become a part of the game, just like they used to be in our own history. That the enemy did not speak your language was often one of the reasons why he was the enemy in the first place. The word barbarian comes from ancient Greek as a term for everyone non-Greek. The people who speak bar, it is unintelligent. In my mind, realms can and will form around language. In fact, I want to support that, and so realms can define an official language for themselves. And if you don't speak Spanish, you will probably not play in a Spanish realm. This small twist puts language and language barriers into the game as game elements. Unlike most other games, you may find that the enemy ignores your battlefield insults simply because he doesn't understand them, which, of course and fully intentionally, will also make peace talks more difficult. But just as in real life, there must also be ways to cross the language barrier. First of all, there will most likely be players who speak multiple languages, and even between a Spanish and a Russian realm, there will be two players who both speak English, for example. However, the game also offers gameplay elements to help you cross the barrier. A few videos back I talked about NPCs, and yes, that means there is a translator NPC available for hire. His function is that you can generate messages to other characters by clicking together text modules, and since they are predefined, these can be automatically translated. Using a translator then, you can have peace talks, though your options are somewhat limited. But as in many things, I will expand these options over time, and your suggestions are more than welcome. Language in Might and Fealty is part of the game and culture, and instead of trying to make it invisible as most games do, I try to make it even more prominent and introduce it as a part of the gameplay. I'm not aware of any other multiplayer games doing that. And that, in fact, is the last gameplay element worthy its own in-depth video. There are many details and small features that you will discover when playing the game. They just wouldn't fill a video. There is, however, still more to talk about. In the next video, I will speak about the business model and why I chose a subscription system. Stay tuned.